All right, you're listening to On Deck, presented by Amazing Med Zone. I'm your boy Phil from Shirley with my boy Drew Minotti 82. What up, Drew?
Yo, what's happening, Philly? Ready to
We're gonna
get this?
talk. We're gonna talk a little top five New York athletes right now. Who we think is the top five athletes in New York as of today. Teams, people who are playing in New York right now. My number five. I've been thinking about this a lot because it's kind of tough, man. Like the New York athletes, there's not that many great ones right now. There's not that many dominating New York teams. My number five guy, it's got to be Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? I know he's done nothing yet in a Jets uniform. He's only been known for getting hurt right away in the first couple plays. But I think the hype is there, man. I keep hearing it all day. Everyone keep talking about the Jets are here, the Jets are this, the Jets. And if the Jets don't make the playoffs this year, it's going to be insane. Heads are going to roll. People are going to get fired, guaranteed. So I still got to put Aaron in my top five New York athletes right now, just because, like I said, of the hype, the Jets' history at QB. He could go out there and have the greatest Jets season that a quarterback's ever had, and it could be a bad Aaron Rodgers season. That's how bad the Jets quarterbacks have been in their history. So I'm really excited about this year, and I hope that he could stay healthy all year. I don't want the Jets to win it, but I don't want Aaron Rodgers getting hurt again, man. That was bad.
So yeah, I'm a Jet fan, so I want him to take it. It's hard for him not to be on my list because I do love him, but like you said, I don't think he hasn't earned it yet. But I mean, athlete wise, like if you said you're putting a pool together of the best athletes in New York sports teams, he's got to be up there. Um, my number five is pretty unconventional. I'm not a big WNBA fan, but Sabrina Ionescu is like one of the best players in her sport. She has her own sneaker. She was in the 3-point contest in the All Star game. I just feel like she's a top tier athlete in her sport, so I had to put her on here. You know, and WNBA is getting more popular. I'll be honest, I don't really watch it that much, but like the fact that she plays for a New York team is pretty cool. I know Kobe, co-signed her, was like a big fan of hers in college. So, Sabrina's, I feel like, on another level in her sport. So I had to put her on the list at number five.
Love it, love it. And to be honest, I've been watching the WNBA. FanDuel keeps giving me boosts. I gotta keep betting. I gotta keep doing it. I can't stop.
You told me I did
My,
it one night. I didn't win.
I got a good record right now, but once I give out picks, I know I'm gonna fucking lose. My number
Yeah,
four pick, my number four pick for New York athletes right now, it's gotta be my boy Igor Shesterkin. The guy is ridiculous. Early in the season this year, he wasn't playing too well, was getting a lot of hate. And I kept telling people, just relax, relax. This guy's going to show his true colors. He's a stud. Give it some time. Quick really held it down for them early in the year, but Shesterkin, man, to see what like the heights that he could go. He's arguably top three goalie in NHL right now. It's insane to think that the Rangers went from Hank right to him. They didn't skip a beat at all. Igor's the man. The Rangers hopefully will get a cup in his lifetime because the man deserves it. Like I said, Igor Shesterkin, number four.
yeah, it's crazy going from, like you said, Hank to Igor. It's like he stepped in shit twice. It's crazy. They're both definitely the best goalies in Rangers history, and then on top of that, like just at the time, they're the best athlete in New York. Um, my number four was tough. I swapped my number four and number three. Uh, I went number four, Judge. Like as much as I don't want to give the guy flowers, he is a stud. He's crushes the ball. He plays a good outfield. He's just like, again, a character guy that you're never going to hear about really in the news. He just goes out there and plays baseball and crushes it for New York. As much as I try to make my list a homer list. He's a guy that's a best of the best in New York right now.
I couldn't agree more. My number three, I gotta go with Juan Soto. I hope that he's a Met next year. But watching this guy play on the Yankees, I can't see him leaving. Just seeing what he brings to a team, I feel like everyone buys into that approach. Everyone starts giving those tough at bats. Juan Soto is just a freak. He really is arguably one of the greatest hitters right now in the game. His just like I said, his approach at the plate is second to none. Love the guy. Hope he's wearing orange or blue next year. Please, one, please.
Yeah, I mean, he's still young, and like you said, his approach to the plate is insane. And like he plays a good outfield. He's not bad in the field. He's fast. Um, but yeah, no, his watching him at bat is like it's like watching a genius at work. Like
I agree. Mhm.
knows what he's doing. He's got a crazy eye. Um, like you said, I hope he's in Flushing next year, but I think he probably stays. He's having fun in New York. He's having fun with the Yankees. Like, why not? I think they're going to give him money too. Why wouldn't they? Like you said, he's compared to Ted Williams. It's like insane. Um, my number three is going to be obviously I'm a homer, so Lindor. I
Love it.
I love when he came to the Mets. Like I just that flash, and people are saying that like maybe Cohen just did that to try to get somebody. I think he got the right guy. I definitely think he got the right guy. Like he's again a character guy. You want him on your team. He pumps people up. He's arguably the best shortstop in baseball. At a position that's like really just fun to watch. Like watching a good shortstop compared to some guys that just let the ball, go all over the place. And he's like a Mozart watching him in the field. So I had to put him on the list. I know people are down on him this season. He's coming back around. I never had a doubt in Francisco. I think
No,
he's
I
that
know
guy.
you have. I know you have. You've been defending him the whole time. There was times where I said to you, Drew, I can't defend this guy anymore because I love him too, but I just can't defend him. I can't stand these ice cold starts for this long. But you were just like, hey, relax, relax. He's going to come through. He's going to come through and see what he's doing right now. You were 100% right. The guy is just tearing the cover off the ball. I love Francisco Lindor too. I just couldn't put him on my list right now. My number two guy is your number four guy. And I just think Aaron Judge is arguably the best player in baseball right now. He's the best player I've seen since Barry Bonds. The guy is just a freak. You can't pitch to him. You leave something over the middle, he's putting it 450. And he does everything. The guy can play defense. And I've been a big critic on him a lot, like getting at my Yankee fans, just kind of messing with them in the sense like he's getting big. You can't keep playing center field. You know what I mean? He's too big. You can't play center every day. It's going to be a lot on him, but the guy just does it. He comes out there every day and he kills it. Aaron Judge, my number two New York athlete right now.
Yeah, he's like a thoroughbred, man. The guy's like you said, you're just waiting for him to break down, but he doesn't. I mean, that last year's injury, he ran into a fence. It wasn't like like Stanton. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he's in, and he's so good. He's so good. And like again, another character guy. Like Aaron Judge is the man. My number two is Sauce. All right, like I feel like so.
Ooh, Homer Drew.
Yeah, I know. He's just a shutdown guy. And I remember him coming out of college, his statistics were insane. Insane. Like I don't think he let up a touchdown. And then, just his transition into the league, winning defensive rookie of the year. I think his potential is like through the roof. Like I think you're
Definitely.
gonna see and he's gonna take that next step. He's only in year three,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
It's to think of. So I put Sosa number two. Yeah, it's a homer pick, but I feel like he's definitely worth it. I feel like a lot of franchise would want him on their team. I know,
Oh,
again, it's not a position, but if you can shut down a top receiver, like you're golden.
it's very rare to see nowadays. You know what I mean? No, I agree. I'd carry him to Dallas on my back and walk there. My number one, I think both our number ones has. If we didn't say this guy, we both have to have him,
Yep.
and it's got to be Jalen Brunson. You know what I mean? To me, he's the best Nick of my lifetime, hands down. I didn't really get to see Patrick, like I said. So, there's no one that compares to Jalen Brunson, just seeing what he's done this year. And if you look at the history of the New York Knicks, this guy scored more 30-point games this year than we've had in the history of our point guards do. I mean, since at least Walt Clyde Frazier, there's been nobody that's been scoring at this level. And even Walt didn't do this. You know what I mean? Nobody is doing this. So, Jalen Brunson's doing things, like I said, that no one's done before. He's got to be number one. He's changing the Knicks. He's going to bring us a title. Jalen Brunson, the Messiah. He's back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, obviously number one for me is Brunson too. You
Mhm.
know, watching him play for the Mavericks last year, you know, I knew that he was special. Coming to New York and that in this run that he had in the playoffs was insane. Like you said, there was a one point in Game 7. I think maybe even I got to look that he still had the most points in the playoffs. Again, you
Mhm.
know, they were out of the playoffs. And it was Boston in the finals, and you know he was still a playoff leader in points, which was insane. Like you said, that run of 30 and 40 plus games was. I hope to see it again in my lifetime, but if I don't, that was epic. You know, and like you said, to have a point guard in New York, like we've been in a drought in point guards. You
Oh,
know, like Chris Childs,
oh,
Steph Marbury. You know, like those were good
Charlie
guys.
Ward. All the yep. No, yeah, 100%. And to be honest, I'll be the first one to admit I didn't think Brunson was going to come here and be that. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like we were giving this guy a contract, and I'm like, I didn't really get to see it. Him backing up Luka. I'm not watching the Mavericks like that,
right.
and he's not really getting the minutes. But people who watched him and people seeing him coming out there for 15, 20 minutes a game, they're like, no, this guy's special, and he's going to bring something. And he has, man. Just the attitude too, the heart. That's the thing with this team too. Those Nova Knicks, these guys, man. It's almost like that '90s Knicks aspect too, where it's just the team and we're physical. We play defense. This Knicks team right now might be my favorite team. Like I said, in my whole life of loving team, just the way they play. You know what I mean? Compared to a lot of teams that I've loved. You know what I mean? Maybe the '06 Mets. Different teams like that, but this Knicks team, they're up there.
They're special, man. They're special, you know, and they got a job to finish, and I feel like they're going to. They're going to fill these roles, and it started with Brunson. I mean, it started with Randall, but
Hmm.
I know it on Randall, but still, I think Randall's that guy too. He's not the best player in New York, but Brunson, man, Brunson like brought a different culture to this team. I feel like he has a chip on his shoulder because people are counting him out, and he's just a bucket, man. The guy can score. He's when he did play for Luca in that playoff series, he killed it. But like you said, I don't think many people saw this.
No.
But yeah, it's fun to watch. He's fun to watch, and he's fun. It's a fun team.
All right, that's our top 5 New York athletes right now. We want to see in the comments who's your top 5. I know that we're going to get some hate. People leaving. We left some people off the list. How does Aaron Rodgers even deserve to be on the list? The guy played 4 plays. I can't wait to hear it. We want to hear what you got to say, and we'll be back with more. Let's go.
Peace. Let's go, Mets.